We can take a look at it from.
Look at this rollout.
POV.
Right at Lucio. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh. Minute to the Farah. Not a lot of result yet, but that's Big Goose out of the picture.
And Jaehong, off screen does a tremendous job of staying alive. He actually, but right after he uses the nano boost, he gets hacked, and then Roar jumps on him. He puts Roar to sleep, able to stay alive as Ana in the back. An old school Jaehong pick as Sherp4 does take Michelle out as they're going to use, okay, so they use the EMP and the self-destruct to block the point. Fisher has to jump in and he'd fall.
There's no choice but to feed himself to the beast. Splatter had a bomb, but he never chanced to really get much out of it. Bob taking down Sherp4. Fantastic finish on that Sombra.
Trance on in.
Again,
can't do
Fisher's
that with this.
Last fight was an EMP. This time, it's just Sherp4. Oh no! He was caught in the blast. There was no way he was going to get back to that one. Boyd gets himself two with a self-destruct and Flatter. He's over the edge. What a dominant performance from the Los Angeles Gladiators, and Matt White is done. Blink and you'll miss it. Nano boost onto your Reinhardt. Here's a re-engage. The Gladiators come back in for a fight. Chaz immediately goes for the Transcendence. Fisher has the aforementioned nano boost here. Can't do too much with it with so much healing available for the Gladiators, but there is an Earth Shatter. So he'll just try and chill for a moment. Goes for it now. Gets very little for that one. The shield was in the way. Raw protecting his team well, but it's not really going to matter. Fisher comes through the Fire Strike, and Chaz has to limp onto the point and face his destiny.
And Void ends up using his...
He needs the placement to be good, and it is. Pushing forward now. Flatter and Fisher very low. Raw charges through. And that's what the Gladiators need. The grab is always going to be...
Once the trance wears off, the Graviton Surge is there from Flood, and they pick up the kills.
Into stall now as Hydration desperately throws himself at the point, getting a heck of a lot of shielding. Considering the whole enemy team was standing around him, that's how it works. Fisher goes for that Earth Shatter, knocking Hydration to the ground. Now into the fray comes the rest of Seoul, and Jexa had the sound barrier saved up, but just this moment, Big Goose knocked away, and that'll be it. With the Gladiators at all, they have to step forward. They might just be forced to wait this out or wait for Fisher, and that seems to have been the plan. Fisher comes in, gets his Aya bubble pretty much instantly, but there's a Transcendence in over the fight. Jaehong responds, gets one of his own. Fisher's down, tank battle won by the Gladiators. Now the charge on out, and well, look at Jaehong being forced away from his team. They can't benefit from the healing. Flatter falls flat as the charge connects, and Jaehong's all alone. The Gladiators, the Symmetra play, the dream, and that's an EMP just to make things even worse for Seoul. It's a tough fight for them to hold on, and they've lost Munchkin. Raw has to take his time though. The Gladiators took so much damage in those first engagements that they had to play this slow. Self-destruct into the back, it finds very little. That would have been the release valve for Seoul in that fight. Fisher finds a very aggressive kill on Void, and this might be happening. He gets a second, rolls down, Flinter gets himself two as well, and that is unbelievable. That Seoul could come back in a fight where they were so far behind, but they've done it anyway, and the defense holds strong. Map number 2. The speed boost had already been used by the Gladiators, so they couldn't get away.
You see this from Fisher's POV. Charge into the Shatter.
Contact with this point, they've got 2 ticks and a little bit more. They're not quite done yet. Pushing in, getting Flatter first is a pretty good start, but the Earth Shatter is going to make it a little bit hard. Void doesn't stay in his spec. He is knocked out. Fisher deals with that one, but the Gladiators have the numbers here, and they're putting pressure on Seoul now to respond. Raw, Earth Shatter. He needs to connect this one. Another unsuccessful charge, and he has no chance to use it once again. Raw is nullified. Positioning just wasn't there for him. Self-destruct for Seoul doesn't find anything, but the Transcendence is definitely helping. It's going to pay dividends if they can keep this roster up and standing. Fisher getting pressured by multiple players in the back corner, and Michelle is just trying to peel some of those players away from him. Hydration is low, but Fisher's down. It's a 1-for-1 once again. About pushing from the outside, which is not a common strategy, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It kind of puts you at a disadvantage. Raw says, no, I'm going to send them straight back out the airlock. It's like a grisly death in every space movie ever.
No way.
Oh, Raw's getting all the credit for those as well, because he hit him with the final, with the Primal Rage. Excuse me. Looks really good.
That'll be this year.
Yeah, so this is definitely worth a replay, not. They get knocked around. This is what you see from the outside. And, you see, in space, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing to slow you down. So you'll keep going at the same speed forever.
And I mean, if you get the Reaper in position to take out, let's say, Roar playing Winston, you're in a good spot. All the ultimates being used here. Both use the Transcendence. There goes Roar. That's the big kill you needed for Seoul. 2 Graviton Surges. Neither actually really find their mark, but it does hold Roar in place for Michelle to go to town on him with those Hellfire shotguns. Now he returns to the point. The fight pretty much over here. There's 3 players left for the Gladiators, and they're essentially looking around like confused Travolta right now. They don't know how to get back onto the point. Michelle is a very fearsome prospect, especially if he's sort of hunting. So they're trying to stall this out. Just take a bit more time off the clock, but it's not going to matter because they didn't catch a point 8. So they need to stop them completely. And there it is. The Backstreet Boy remix, Die, Die, Die.
Void going down to Flatter, and Gladiators have no choice but to throw themselves at this now, Matt. It's here or it's never.
And I mean, they're just trying to extend this as long as possible. Void knocked off the point. You could probably land a pretty nice grab coming out of here. They may not even be able to touch, and there it is.
Void now needs to combo with self-destruct with that grab as well as he possibly can, and it pays off! That's what he was looking for. It had to be a multi-kill or at least get some value out of it. And now the Gladiators know that they will get to continue playing the attack here. Holding onto those ultimates for Seoul seemed good, but a sound barrier wasn't going to save him from the grab bomb combo. Goose is trying to boop and bop and do some damage. Fish is low. Nice work by Big Goose there to knock him forward away from his healers. Now the Transcendence are coming out from Jaehong with a self-destruct in over the top. Transcendence wouldn't have saved the Gladiators from that self-destruct, but no one was in line of sight of the explosion. So the Gladiators get to keep fighting. Flatter down. He went for the Bastion. It didn't quite pay off, and Michelle is knocked out of his mech on the payload. The Gladiators, they're finally broken through. Through the breach they go, and they'll get themselves a match. So here's that prior fight. That was after the EMP went down, and Big Goose.
You bring him right back to full HP. They will do a ton of work as you see he gets the effects of the nano boost. No fear goes right on in. Oh,
it's like you don't know him. What else would you expect? I'm sure Fisher would have been more than happy to put those to bed. And yes, that seemed like he got too much out of it there. He used to sort of out of frame, and that Fisher wants to push forward. Flatter also has himself a Graviton Surge. He just needs to be wary of Void's presence. Here's the grab. Hydration goes down, and Raw was caught inside there on the Transcendence was just a little bit too late from Shaz. The self-destruct over the top doesn't achieve much. Void does not find any Seoul Dynasty players unshielded or in line of sight. And with Shaz going down now, this is when you're starting to sweat as a Gladiators fan and player. Seoul are knocking on your door, and they're coming for the crowd.
They still have a ways to go here, Mitch. So they're
as key shifters. Void thought he'd be hit by that one, but he was stunned out of it. Fisher couldn't get the Earth Shatter off either. Neither Ryan finding success with their ultimate abilities. And another self-destruct in the back corner from Void, not finding a target either. Late Graviton Surge, will it be enough? Void's trying to work from the outside, but now with the Transcendence in place, Seoul is so durable, they're so healthy. They're frolicking through the meadow, and the Gladiators now are walking through purgatory. Couple scant meters left. Seoul have done it. They finished teammates. I don't want to be in the front line anymore. Self-destruct over the top once more. This time again, Munchkin. Even getting one kill with that ultimate, man, is so huge here.
And I mean, Fissure can't look to the sky right away. Has to be a little bit patient there. You see Roar sending Michelle all the way back. The Gladiators should be able to take point one.
And they have done it. Still in overtime. The Gladiator, the bar will dissipate if no one is present. Fisher, you know he's not swinging, he's looking for an Earth Shatter. He almost goes down though. He gets to stay alive. He knows he needs to get rid of hydration. Great Discord Orb placement by Jaehong. They got the Brigitte early on. Fisher receives one of his own, so he just charges out there. He says, I don't want to be a part of this. Man, Seoul are not having to use ultimates in this fight. They're not being forced to invest heavily.
No. Just Transcendence in their rally.
For the Shatter here. He is booped up vertically, and that's an option, an opportunity, but still he gets the reverse Shatter.
What?
Just when the Gladiators thought they could push in to get the job done, he gets the Earth Shatter, and the Gladiators were not shielded. They were not ready for Fisher to turn around like that. And on that note, the Seoul Dynasty